All right, family. We live with the general. Y'all already know what time it is. We got some fire tonight. You can believe that. Before we get started, make sure you get on over there to Patreon, General SETI. The link is right there in the chat. Uh, uh, General SETI, Etsy, one stop, KingSETI.com. Let me grab my water already. Hold on. Ah, yeah. Yeah, to make sure I get my throat right. All right, family. We black again with the general. Y'all already know what time it is. We got that five. Now we're gonna be talking. We got about eight lined up because I'm about to put some work in, family. You feel me? We talking about Jebus. A lot of y'all don't know. Now I want y'all to understand this. This don't validate nothing in the Bible, but everything in the Bible ain't wrong. That's what's wrong with you. You won't throw every goddamn thing away, and it's some truth that could be used. But you ain't a master like me. That's why you had to sit there in that damn chair and get this lesson. And you gonna get it, and you ain't gonna be able to refute nothing. You can sit there but you won't be able to refute a goddamn thing. So I want you to get this lesson. Now, Jebus. Why is Jebus important? Because according to the genealogy of the Bible, Jebus, who is Jebus? A lot of people say, who is Jebus? I don't know who the hell no damn Jebus is. Jebus was the son of Canaan. Who is Canaan? Canaan is today they call it Israel. And God supposedly commanded the Israelites to go in there and commit genocide on the people. You feel me? Went in there, supposedly committed genocide on the people, seized the land from the people, and later on they would call it Israel. Okay, and we're gonna get off into that today too. Now, we got the documentation. We're gonna prove it beyond. Matter of fact, let's jump right on in. I ain't gonna even hold up. Let me go and jump right on in to where I need to be. Let me jump right on in where I need to be. Where we at? Let me see. I'm already in here. No, I'm not already in here. Okay, well, let me get this on up out here. That's why I can't get in. That's why I can't get in. All right. We're in the house. We're in the house. Let me see. There we go. There we go. Y'all make sure y'all, get over there to General SETI Patreon. Y'all already see it. Hey, ain't nothing like it. You can believe that. Let's move on down here. Let's deal with Jebus. Let's deal with Jebus. Matter of fact, I think it started right up in here somewhere. There you go, right here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let me see if I can get Moody's up a little bit so that Patreon ain't blocking it out. So the Patreon ain't blocking it out. And we're gonna get into this real deep. But it says Joshua 15:63, it says, but the Jebusites, the Jebusites, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, okay? The inhabitants of Jerusalem, the people of Judah could not drive out. So the Jebusites dwell with the people of Judah at Jerusalem to this day. Now, you got a lot of these Hebrew Israelite niggas, they talking about they not Hermetic, they ain't got nothing to do. They'll go accept a Puerto Rican and shit and some Cubans and shit and tell you that they're part of the 12 tribes of goddamn Israel. That's why you got to get rid of them niggas. See, their interpretation is a totally corrupt and distorted interpretation. It ain't even no interpretation, you know. And so the fact that they could sit in here and tell you that, and because the Hamite is the African, I done seen them niggas. I'm gonna get on them. They say they won't sit down with an African, won't eat with an African, but they'll go over there and eat with one of them white Cubans and one of them white Puerto Ricans and say that they are part of the goddamn 12 tribes. That's they anti-African. All these niggas is anti-African, man. I could tell you that. Okay. But and I'm gonna show you, that how the Israelites is I don't see how you could tell one, because they was, a small number anyway, and so they interbred with the Egyptians, with the who are Hamitic, who are Africans. They stayed in Africa for, according to the Bible, for over 420 some years. They stayed in Africa. Okay. So what we want you to, what I want you to understand from this first one is that Jerusalem is named after Jebus, which is an African, you could call him a I don't know if he's considered a patriarch or not. I don't know if he's considered a patriarch or not, but he wouldn't be considered a patriarch to the Israelites, but he is most definitely a patriarch in the land of Canaan. Now when you go into Joshua 18:28, you see right there it says Jebus, that which is Jerusalem. You see, Jebus or Yebus, because they like to use the Y. They think they being smart when they use the Y. Jebus. Okay, well, go ahead. Use Jebus. Okay, it says, so Jerusalem is actually named after Jebus. That's his name. And you're going to see it is intertwined all throughout the Bible. You go down to Joshua 15, 8, it says the southern, and you can go down into the second sentence, the southern shoulder of the Jebusite, that is Jerusalem. So you see that Jebus and Jebusite is interchangeable. But the fact that the Israelites left the name the same, why would I, and what am I talking about? God supposedly cursed the Canaanites, right? And God told the Israelites, don't take nothing from the Canaanites. Don't you take shit from them. Nothing, no clothing, no food, no, don't take nothing from them. Don't take their ways, their customs, their traditions, their gods, don't take, but yet and still they took everything from them. Even the god El, listen to me, is the Canaanite god. And we're going to show you that he is, for all intents and purposes, a rendition of the ancient Egyptian deity Osiris, Amen. You're going to see that because that's how they depicted him. Most of them nations over there was Cushite, Egyptianized, and so you couldn't, they had some uniqueness, but the overall package of most of them civilizations during that time was Egyptian. You see what I'm saying? So you see that Jerusalem is, and what's crazy, that even when they talk about God coming back, right? They talk about God coming back. They say the new Jerusalem, the new Jebus. I mean, what is it? Is it something that I'm missing? Y'all ain't supposed to be using Canaanite terminologies and religion and, but this is what's happening. And I'm showing you that they playing a magic trick on you, that the African religion is really the true religion. Because I'm going to show you that the greatest figure in all of the Bible, let me tell y'all, man, I want y'all to listen to me. The greatest figure in all of the Bible, Melchizedek. That's right. Melchizedek, greater than Abraham, greater than Moses, greater than Jesus. That's right. You heard what I said. Jesus came after the order of Melchizedek. He did not come before. It didn't say Jesus came before the order of Melchizedek say he came after. God don't come after nobody. The hell you talking about? This was an African high priest who was so holy and so righteous, he was deified. They say he didn't even have no genealogy. He didn't even have no damn genealogy. That's how righteous and how holy and divine he was. Let me move on. Right there, Joshua 8. You see Joshua 18:28. It says Jebus. You hear that? That which is Jerusalem. Jebus is the son of Canaan, who was supposedly cursed by God, and his old wicked ass grandfather Noah, who was a drunk, who fell out on the boat and shit, drank, and what did he fall? Was it on the boat? No, I think he might have got off the boat. I don't know if he was on. I think they was off the boat when he got drunk, and he got drunk and he fell out and he was, and I guess he he unclothed himself. He was naked and shit, and Ham, his son, laughed at him and shit. Laughed at him, and I ain't gonna tell you the wicked ass white Jew. He said he'll go into some pervertedness of what Ham. I don't want to get off because they'll do anything to dehumanize the African. That's what they want to do. So they'll have a reason to go take his land, take his land and take the things that belong to him. You see right there, Judges 1:21, it says, but the people of Benjamin did not drive the Jebusites who lived, or drive out the Jebusites who lived in Jerusalem. So the Jebusites have lived with the people of Benjamin in Jerusalem to this day. Wait a minute. And then we go down. See, now here, now you got to understand, Jerusalem here in Genesis is Salem, right? You hear me? It's Salem. And we talk about Melchizedek, king of Salem, So, even before we talking about Abraham was the first, he was the first one. Don't let them tell you nothing about no Abba, none of them. God made a covenant in the Bible with Abraham. That's who you start with. Ain't none of them motherfuckers before Abraham got no covenant. The covenant started with Abraham. He's the first. And goddamn it, he wasn't even Abraham yet. He was Abram. And Melchizedek was already the king of righteousness. He was already a high priest. He was already the most holy man on the planet in that day. God damn it, Abram, he wasn't even Abraham. He was Abram. Let me make that. It was through his initiation with Melchizedek that he became Abraham. That's when he was raised up to Abraham, when he was initiated by Melchizedek. Okay, wake up. Now I want y'all to wake up out there. And it's so and Melchizedek, king of Salem. Now I want to work with you now. Now you know what Salem. Let's dive into Salem right quick. And you see Salem spelled backward is malice. Look, read it for yourself now. I'm gonna keep moving because I got a lot of knowledge to drop today. I want y'all to stay with me. We're gonna work out the general bag. You already know who. Come on now. Yeah, I'm about to turn up. I got a few new toys, and so I'm ready to turn up. Okay, the word malice, I got it there for you. See, the definition is an adjective meaning black, dark, or sooty, as in soot or as in set. Okay, it is a fundamental ancient Greek term used to describe color, darkness, or in its neuter form, melanin, black ink. It is the root of words like melanin and whatever that word is. I ain't gonna even try to pronounce it. I'm gonna look it up and work it out. Melacholi, you understand? Meaning black bile. So when you switch Salem around, it becomes malice, which is black. And even in the root of Melchizedek, melanin, malice, black. These are the black kings that was in those lands, the black gods that was in those lands, even for them wicked ass Israelites sold up, coming there stealing. You understand? El, even the god El. This was the god of Melchizedek, El, which was a derivative of the great god of Egypt, Amen. You know, with a derivative of Osiris. You know, and we're gonna show you the images of them to prove it beyond any reasonable doubt. I'm gonna show you the god El with the crown of Upper Egypt on his head. Do you hear me out there? How do I sound? Do my mic sound nice? Melody, yeah, Suave. I see you. I'm back in. I see you. Ray, I didn't see you at first. That's right. That's right. You in there. You working out. Melanesian. That's right. You working out. You already working out. Tap in. Tap in, y'all. All right. And I ain't gonna go too much in on but Jebus is and again you know, Melchizedek came in the line of Jebus. Jebus was the patriarch of the Jerusalem. Now, what's so powerful about that? Did y'all know that Jerusalem, not Jerusalem, but Zion, you know, the mountain of God? Did y'all hear about that? Yeah, Zion, which was a stronghold of Jebus. Do you know all of that was already named Zion? And you get in there and you hear them talking about Zion, the holy mountain of God. Say, God live on the mountain. Did y'all hear about that? Yeah, God live. I say, I wonder, did he move in when the Israelites got there, or was he already there? See, that people don't ask that question. Say, God moved in did he move in? Was it holy before he got there, or was it holy after he got there? Say, God loved Zion. You know, this was a stronghold of the Jebusites. This was the stronghold of Melchizedek. Was God on the mountain during the time of Melchizedek? He had to be. So we got to quit trying to go through these wicked Israelites. We got to quit going through all these. They don't understand. This is Kemetic. This is Cushite. You understand what I'm saying? The version that they trying to give y'all today is corruption, is perverted. You see, nothing but a lie. So we got to wake up today. I'm just tapping in today. You see right down there, Joshua. Did I do that one already? Jebus, that which is Jerusalem. So that's key to understand that Jerusalem is named after the African righteous king Jebus, son of Canaan. And who was Canaan? Canaan was the brother of Egypt. Well, let me get it up here. I think I got it in here somewhere. I think I got it in here. Where Canaan at? I might didn't bring it down. If I didn't, that's okay. That's okay. They're one right there. Canaan, say Genesis 10:15 through 19. Canaan fathered Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth, and the Jebusites, which is Jebus, you see, which is Jebus. And there, right there, Hebrews 12:22. And you see where it says, and we talking about Zion, you know, but you have come to Mount Zion and to the city of the living God, the city of the living God. Now listen to this, the heavenly Jerusalem. Now you see, once you understand that Jerusalem is another name for Jebus, even they can't even, I mean, why are they using the name of Jebus even in the second coming of the Lord that's supposed to be the new Jerusalem? They haven't given up the terminologies of the original African kings and queens and gods that were already in the land. Y'all better do some more research. See, this is an esoterical book. You can't just read this shit for if you ain't got no master that could get you through this. You man, listen here. You niggas are being in the church on Sunday. Well, it is Sunday. You just came out of there, and the Reverend didn't gave you, you know, he didn't gave you the poison version. He didn't gave you the poison version. But We're going to tap back into this. This is speaking, and if you see, it'll lead you back to Egypt. It'll lead you back to the Nile Valley. You will shed all of that. See, and you can use the book at the same time. I appreciate y'all, family. I want to make sure if you're in the house, get over there. Patreon, generalseti, over 600 exclusive videos. I got everything over there. You want lectures? You want visuals like this? Man, I got so many lectures up there. 2-3 hours with the visuals, mind blowing, cannot be disputed. Get over there and get that work. I be right, black. Don't go nowhere. You feel me? Don't go nowhere. And I'll see y'all in a minute. Black Power.